Good morning everyone and welcome to Bennett University. I am Professor Dr. Sanjeev Kumar, Dean of the School of Liberal Arts and founder of a few startups, including Inculcation, the first global platform dedicated to experiential learning and tourism, built with my undergraduate students at Bennett. I grew up in Bihar, Delhi and Udaipur. After living in the US for more than 20 years, I returned to India in 2022. While I was in the US, I taught and did research at prestigious institutions like Yale, Dartmouth, Pennsylvania State University, University of Memphis, and Southern Methodist University. Whatever I learned and experienced, I brought back to India to share my knowledge with all of you. And I realized that without helping India reach its true potential, the world cannot be a better place. Why am I saying that? I'm saying this because of the inclusive and diversity fostering culture of India, that at one point helped the country forge the foundational pillars on which the modern world of Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, Google, and others became a possibility. This academic year, the School of Liberal Arts is assigned with the responsibility to deliver 4 foundation courses: Inculcation of Human Values and Professional Ethics, Communication Skills, Professional Skills, and Community Engagement to all incoming new students across all the schools. India of tomorrow will be built by the actions and commitments we make today together. My earnest wish for all of you is to see you finish the first semester with the confidence that you can surmount any challenge and learn absolutely anything you feel you need to learn to flourish. Here is a secret to start your journey. For 8,183 days from March 19, 2003 to today, I felt like the happiest person alive. Not because life was perfect, but because I was lifted by people who let me stand on their shoulders, and because I tried to offer mine in return. That's the real engine of success. We see farther when others lift us. Imagine life without those shoulders. It will be narrow, lonely, and small. Now imagine building a university campus where we learn to stand on each other's shoulders. Your world would grow in ways you could never have imagined. The 4 foundation courses are your toolkit for becoming the kind of person others want to support while you learn to lift others on your shoulder. The first course is Inculcation of Human Values and Professional Ethics, designed to help you become trustworthy, kind, and dependable. The second one, Communication Skills, will teach you how to speak clearly, listen deeply, and build bridges. The third one, Professional Skills, will guide you how to show up prepared, keep promises, and finish well. Fourth and final course, Community Engagement, will teach you systems thinking and reveal the beauty of working with and for others toward a larger purpose. Bring your curiosity, offer your shoulders. Let's make the next 8,183 days of your life even happier and help others do the same. When you are walking around the Bennett campus, pay attention to its design. It is meant to increase the probability of cross-disciplinary pollination and make it easier for students to meet and get to know each other. I'm not sure how many of you have felt it, but I feel that letters and numbers are shockingly powerful. One letter and one number transformed my life and helped me live an intensely meaningful and love-filled life that still leaves me in shock and awe about the potential and possibilities around and within each one of us. You must be wondering which letter and which number. Let me share the secret with you. It is the letter K and the number 3. I will share on some other occasions why and how these 2 entities transform my life. While working with letters will help you develop command over language, developing an ease with numbers will reveal to you the power of abstraction. Have you seen any number walk past you, and yet they are the ones holding our sci-fi world together? Whenever you will speak to me, you will often hear 2 words, awe and humility. The way we have designed the 4 courses that I will soon introduce to you has a foundation forged by the concept of awe and humility. Your communication skills is a ladder that will help you see the magic unfolding around all the time. More than any other country, good communication skills are especially important in India, as for most of us, our professional work is conducted not in our mother tongue, but in English. As the weeks and days pass by, you will notice the 2 concepts that I just mentioned, awe and humility, will form the 2 core virtues around which all 4 courses will be delivered. Our Chancellor, Mr. Vineet Jain, recently shared a quote from Albert Einstein. There are only 2 ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle, the other is as though everything is a miracle. Look around for a moment, wherever you are sitting, and if you do not find the world around you magical, then let me tell you that these 4 courses will help you see the magic if your participation in the 4 courses is sincere. From today, your story and our story intersect. People often say university is a place to get a degree. That's what I call the poverty of imagination. It's too small. A good education will equip you to see far, help you hear the footsteps of time, make you parse facts from fiction, and show you connections across ideas and people that were invisible before. We begin with 4 foundation courses. They are not hurdles to clear, they are pillars to build on, 4 legs of a table. Remove one, the structure wobbles. You are entering a world that is fast, networked, and interdependent, a world where accessibility of knowledge is not the challenge any longer, but how to force good prompts is. In that world, technical knowledge matters, but it is not sufficient. What distinguishes you is your capacity to make meaning and to make a difference, which in turn depends on the way you think, reason, question, synthesize, and reflect. 4 capabilities are decisive for that: communicating ideas clearly, working well with others, anchoring choices in values, and contributing to society with humility and effectiveness. They are the foundation under every subject you will study, every project you will attempt, every community you will join. Let me briefly talk about the 4 courses. The first course, communication skills. If civilization is a relay race of knowledge, language is the baton that keeps the race moving. From fireside story to video calls, our progress is dependent on encoding ideas, sharing them, arguing with them, and refining them. Why does that matter for you? Because how you express ideas shapes how people understand you, and how you are understood shapes what opportunities find you. In this course, you will treat communication as both practice and inquiry. You will examine where language comes from, how it evolves, and what it reveals about thought, culture, and identity. You will see how a community's vocabulary influences what it can imagine, what it can build, even what it believes is possible. You will study rhetoric and reasoning, how to structure an argument, marshal evidence, anticipate counter-arguments, and revise with purpose. You'll move from sentences to stories, from notes to briefs, from emails to presentation. You'll practice for different audiences, peers, mentors, clients, the public, and for different aims: to inform, to persuade, to align, to inspire. In the process, you will learn why authenticity might be the best policy. Second course is professional skills. The moment you walked into this university, your professional life began. You may not be wearing formal attire, but the habits you practice now are the habits of colleagues you'll experience later. This course translates aspiration into discipline. Professional skills are largely about consistent practice of competence, integrity, and respect in fulfilling one's responsibility, regardless of circumstances. You learn to move ideas from concept to delivery. You will define scope, set milestones, allocate time, adjust when reality arrives. You will practice teamwork that is more than dividing tasks, listening well, coordinating perspective, making decisions under constraints, and resolving disagreement with respect. You will focus on professional presence in everyday act. The subject line that earns a response, the meaning that ends with clear next steps, the brief that makes a decision easier, not harder. We will also highlight a few professional anchors. Prepare well, meet commitments, ask the right question, document as you go, communicate progress before you are asked, own errors quickly and fix them. These seem simple, but they are rare. Practice consistently, they will make you reliable in a noisy world. Third course will be inculcation of human values and professional ethics based on the Indian knowledge system. Technology can answer many questions, but the hardest questions remain human. What is the right thing to do? How should I live? What is worth striving for? For millennia, the Indian knowledge system has engaged these questions with range and depth, from the 64 colors and 14 Vidyas to Upanishadic exploration of self, consciousness, and duty. This course is not about memorizing verses, it is about cultivating judgment. We will explore Purnata, fullness, as an orientation to life, not a set of competing fragments, but an integrated pursuit of excellence, responsibility, and joy. We will explore Dharma as a lived practice, moving from principles to choice, seeing how duty, context, and consequences shape ethical action in classrooms, workplaces, and public life. You'll use neti, not this, as a disciplined method of inquiry, stripping away false identifications to arrive at clearer understanding. We will consider the self and society together, balancing legitimate self-interest with a common good, noticing how inner steadiness produces outer effectiveness. You'll work with cases and dilemmas, not abstractions alone. Conflict of interest, the tension between loyalty and fairness, and the challenges speaking up versus staying silent. In a volatile world, values are your internal compass. Speed without direction just gets you lost faster. With a compass, you can move quickly and still arrive where you mean to go. Fourth, community engagement. Learning that never leaves the classroom is incomplete. This course takes your knowledge into the world and brings the world back into your learning. You will work with real partners, industries, neighborhood groups, NGOs, startups, local administrations to understand challenges and co-design solutions and learn to appreciate the power of system thinking. Two commitments guide this work. First, an asset-based perspective. Every community has capacities as well as needs. We begin by recognizing strengths, knowledge relationships, cultural practices, and build from there. Second, partnership. You are not entering as a savior, but as a collaborator. Listening precedes advising. Participation precedes prescription. We will work with these two commitments, first with the communities within Bennett University, the communities formed by these four courses, and then we will step out in the campus and then outside the campus. We will leverage our number to create the most exciting learning communities, first in India and then probably in the world. Practically, you learn to scope projects responsibly, define the problem with the stakeholders, gather data ethically, analyze findings with rigor, and communicate recommendations clearly. You learn to design for use and measure outcome honestly. You'll also learn something education at its best always delivers. When you help others and work with others, you discover more about yourself. You will see how your skills travel outside the classroom. You will learn to work with complexity, where success is shared, progress is uneven, and patience is part of the plan. At Bennett University, community engagement is not an optional extra to your degree. It is a living reminder of what education is truly for, to expand both your competence and your conscience. When you step out of the classroom to work on a project within and outside the campus that meets a genuine need and treats others with respect, you experience a kind of learning that is no textbook can replicate. It is a kind of learning that stays with you because it transforms not only the world around you, but also the person you are becoming. Let me step back and connect the four courses. Communication skills help you articulate ideas that matter. Professional skills help you execute these ideas with others. The Indian knowledge system, via the course Inculcation of Human Values and Professional Ethics, help you choose which ideas are worth pursuing and why. Community engagement ensures your learning serves people beyond yourself. Together they form a coherent arc from clarity to action, to judgment, to contribution. A few habits will make this year work for you. First, show up fully. Put distractions away when someone speaks. Take notes that capture ideas, not just sentences. Ask follow-up questions. The simplest way to stand out in a distracted world is by maintaining sustained attention. Often, the difference between those who succeed and those who do not lies in their ability to stay focused over time. Second, practice deliberately. Do not merely do assignments. Use them to build capabilities on purpose. If a presentation went well, identify why. If a report fell flat, find what to fix. Small, focused improvements compound. Third, build range. If you love data, push yourself to tell the story the data supports. If you love words, practice summarizing with numbers. If you lead easily, practice stepping back. If you prefer the background, practice stepping forward. Range increases your resilience, essentially learning to step out of your comfort zone. Fourth, cultivate peers. Help each other edit, rehearse, and reflect. Share resources, argue ideas, not identities. You will remember the people who challenged you respectfully and supported you generously long after grades are forgotten. Finally, Learn not to let crises go to waste. Often crises make us wiser and more profound. Let me be a little blunt here. Always remember, shyness hinders learning and impatience hinders good teaching. Be fearless in asking questions. There is no such thing as a bad question, only the foolish believe otherwise. As you move through the semester, notice how the courses reinforce each other. An ethical question from community engagement will sharpen your communication. A planning challenge from professional skills will send you back to values. A case from the course inculcating human values via Indian knowledge system will deepen a team conversation. A writing technique will improve your project report. That cross-pollination is not an accident. It is the design. The courses are designed to create and nurture synergies across disciplines, across different spheres of life, reason, language, and culture. Let me return to where we started. Learning to see. If the 4 courses do their work, you will see more clearly your field, your community, your responsibilities, and your possibilities. You will see that competence and character are not competitors, but companions. You will see that your education is not only a personal achievement, but also a public trust. Here is our mandate for the semester and the years ahead. Communicate well, work well, live well, serve well. If you master these, you will not merely survive university, you will flourish in it and far beyond it. You will become the person people rely on when the problem is unclear, the timeline tight, the stakes high, and the outcome shared. You'll be the person who can listen carefully, think rigorously, decide ethically, and act with a steadiness. Let these courses be your first steps toward a larger identity. Not only graduates of Bennett University, but citizens of a complex world, grounded, capable, and purposeful. Bring your questions, bring your energy, bring your willingness to grow. Next, I'm going to share how the 4 courses will unfold over the semester. All the 4 courses are designed to foster experiential learning and cultivate a unique ecosystem that embraces interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, and transdisciplinary approaches to formulating and addressing challenges, keeping all of you engaged, inspired, and future-ready. One of the key skills for becoming future-ready is developing a capacity to work across disciplines and knowing how to ask meaningful questions. There will be approximately 4,500 first-year students with us. They will be randomly divided into 2 equal groups, Group A and Group B. A stands for Aham, B stands for Brahma. Each group will be further divided into 10 sections of approximately 220 students. Each section will then be divided into 22 teams with at least 10 members in each team, drawn from all different schools. The teams will be designed so that the students from the smallest schools are randomly distributed across the 450 teams. Each 10-member team will be paired with 2 senior students and 1 faculty member drawn from all the schools. Sections from Group A and Group B will meet on alternate days across the 4 courses over the 4 days, starting with the introduction to the foundation courses today. On Mondays, Inculcation of Human Values will meet. On Tuesday, Communication Skills. On Wednesdays, Professional Skills. On Thursday, Community Engagement. On Fridays, 4 members from each of the 450 teams will be selected randomly to debrief on team processes and learning for each of the 4 courses. The Friday sessions will be conducted by faculty members. The rest of the week sessions, focusing on activities and experiential learning, will be conducted by 4 research scholars drawn from different schools with intermittent need-based inputs from the faculty members assigned for these courses. The central purpose of the design I just discussed with you is to usher in true interdisciplinarity in university education. If you speak to any sincere seeker of knowledge, you will hear that magic that can happen when disciplines meet. Classroom management. A recorded faculty lecture will be shared in advance before class with key concepts and experiential projects that each team will undertake. Teams from Group A will be matched with teams from Group B. The activity done by one group will be communicated to the matched group and vice versa, and both matched pair will be evaluated on how well the 2 groups work together to learn from each other. All team members need to sit together in the classroom. During the class meeting, the team of 4 research scholars will randomly call teams to present their work while keeping a record of the proceedings. During presentation, there should be total silence in the classroom. Some weekly activities and projects are pre-designed, others will be co-created with you. After basic rapport building, there is a potential to create 450 projects that could lead to startups and down the road, probably unicorns. Teams will be encouraged to showcase their unique strength periodically. Here is the list of 4 activities for you to work with over this week when you will come to class to meet your teammates and others in your section. Find out why all the 6 interrogative words in English, who, why, what, how, where, when, have WH in them. And all the interrogative words in Hindi, kaun, kyun, kya, kaise, kahan, kab, have ka in them. Read and write a reflection note on a short essay about how the traditional universities are embedded in a much bigger university, the life that you live, ascribed to the angel investor Mr. Naval Ravikant. The essay that I will read to you shortly. Third task is browse through a survey titled Tell Us About Yourself that you'll receive via email by the end of this weekend. The survey will prepare the foundation to help you build a micro-learning system for each one of you. The fourth activity is to design a logo for your team that can be transformed into a tangible form using paper, clay, or other materials, and then collaborate with the School of Design to bring it to life. I'm going to read the essay attributed to Naval Ravikant to challenge you find out the ways these 4 courses help us nurture, build, and leverage a super symbiotic relationship between your world inside the university classroom and the world outside. Imagine a school that teaches precisely what matters, how to stay healthy, build lasting wealth, and cultivate authentic happiness. It's free, open to everyone, and fully self-paced. Its curriculum does not dictate. It presents opposing ideas, invites you to discover the truth for yourself. Such a school keeps no ledger of grades, administers no exams, and confers no diplomas. Learning is valued for its own sake, powered by curiosity and forged in lived experience. Here is the twist. That ideal school is already in session. It is the unfolding laboratory of your own life. Its faculty, the people you choose to follow, the ideas you entertain, and the question you dare to ask. Traditional institutions fragment knowledge into narrow pieces, leaving us to assemble life's real lessons on our own, relying on one integrated system, our body, our finances, and our mind. Neglect one and the other 2 inevitably suffer. Yet in most traditional universities, these 3 essential parts of the system receive far less attention than they deserve. The internet has blown out the classroom walls. Med school grade nutrition research, Junjunwala quality investing wisdom, and centuries tested philosophies of well-being set one click away and free. A scarcity has migrated from access to attention. Curiosity and discipline, not tuition, are today's gatekeepers. Every powerful idea has a counter-argument. Collect those paradoxes, stress test them against each other, then run micro-experiments in your own life. The wisdom you forge becomes anti-fragile and uniquely yours. Remember, credentials reward memorization. Reality rewards application. Your tour report card is written in biomarkers, bank statements, and baseline happiness. Iterate until those numbers improve, then iterate again. The ideal school is not a future institution. It is your present environment. Every podcast episode, workout, investment, side project, or journal entry is a lecture in disguise. You wake up enrolled. Graduation is optional. The professors in this open source university are the voices in your feed. Curate them with the same rigor you'd use to choose a co-founder or a spouse, because wisdom scales, but so does noise. There's no final bell. The moment you finish this sentence, class continues. Ask one sharper question, experiment with one new habit, unfollow one low signal voice. Congratulations, you've just advanced to the next grade in the only school that matters. Think about what I just shared with you and see you all soon. Welcome once again. We are honored to embark you on this journey with you. Thank you.